Our modern world is built on a fragile myth that new is always better. But what if our ancestors invented things so brilliant, so perfectly adapted, that our best technology still can't match them? What if we've been going backwards? This isn't about nostalgia, it's about performance. Today, we're counting down 3 ancient inventions that were so effective they make our modern equivalents look clumsy, fragile, and hopelessly dependent. These aren't relics, they're masterpieces of engineering that we still can't fully figure out. Invention number 1, Roman concrete. This isn't just old cement, it's a masterpiece of chemical engineering that we've only recently begun to understand. It represents a fundamental difference in philosophy, building for eternity, not just for the next fiscal quarter. Look at this modern concrete. It's the backbone of our civilization, but it's fundamentally flawed. It has a lifespan of maybe 50, 100 years if we're lucky. It cracks under stress. It crumbles when exposed to the elements. Water seeps in, freezes, and expands, widening fissures. Corrosive salts attack the steel rebar that gives it strength, causing it to rust and expand, blowing the concrete apart from the inside. We have to pour billions upon billions of dollars every year not into building new things, but just into patching up the old ones. It's a constant, expensive, and ultimately losing battle against entropy. Now look at the Roman Pantheon. It's been standing for 2 millennia. It has endured earthquakes that would level modern cities, the ravages of wars, and the relentless cycle of rain, wind, and sun. Its dome is still the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. Think about that. After 2,000 years of technological progress, we still haven't topped it. Or consider their harbors and breakwaters, structures submerged in corrosive seawater for centuries, yet are stronger today than the day they were poured. How is this possible? How? The Romans used a secret ingredient, a recipe perfected through trial and error. A specific type of volcanic ash, known as pozzolana, mixed with lime. This wasn't just a binder, it was the key to unlocking a unique chemical process. Unlike modern cement, which forms a simple paste, the Roman mixture created an incredibly stable and non-corrosive binder. But the real magic wasn't just in the initial strength. It was in its ability to react to damage. When seawater or rainwater seeps into tiny cracks, it doesn't weaken the structure. Instead, it actually triggers a chemical reaction with the volcanic material. This reaction grows new, interlocking crystals, a mineral called tobermorite, that fill the gaps, effectively healing the wound and making the concrete even stronger. Our concrete falls apart when exposed to the elements. Their concrete fixes itself. It uses its greatest enemy, water, as the catalyst for its own regeneration. Their resume is literally 2,000 years long. Ours isn't. Number 2, the Viking sunstone. Picture this. You're a Norse seafarer in the 9th century. Your world is one of unforgiving seas, brutal storms, and endless gray horizons. You have no magnetic compass. That technology won't reach Europe for another 300 years. Yet, you and your people are the undisputed masters of the North Atlantic, routinely navigating thousands of miles of open ocean to colonize Iceland, Greenland, and even reach the shores of North America. How did the Vikings cross the treacherous North Atlantic without a compass, especially under the perpetually cloudy, stormy skies of the high latitudes? The answer, hinted at in ancient sagas, sounds like something from a fantasy novel. They might have used a magic crystal. No, really. For centuries, mentions of a solarstein or sunstone in Viking sagas were dismissed as poetic license. The saga of King Olaf, for instance, describes the king using such a stone to verify the sun's position on a snowy, overcast day. But recent archaeological and scientific discoveries suggest these weren't just legends. They were manuals. The leading candidate for this legendary tool is a remarkable, naturally occurring mineral. This is Iceland spar, a transparent variety of calcite crystal readily found in Scandinavia. It looks unassuming, but it has a superpower called birefringence, or double refraction. When unpolarized light, like the diffuse light from an overcast sky, passes through it, the crystal splits the light into two separate polarized beams. This creates a double image of whatever you're looking at through the stone. But here's where the magic happens. The brightness of these two images depends on the polarization of the light entering the crystal. Even when the sun is completely hidden behind clouds, its light still polarizes the atmosphere in a predictable ring-like pattern with the sun at its center. This pattern is invisible to our eyes, but not to the sunstone. By looking at the sky through this crystal and rotating it, a skilled navigator could find the one angle where the two refracted images become equally bright. That angle points directly towards the hidden sun. By taking a few measurements, even through dense cloud cover or fog, they could pinpoint the exact location of the sun with surprising accuracy. This wasn't just a tool, it was an extension of the navigator's senses, a way to read the hidden language of the sky. It was a biological GPS that never ran out of batteries, never lost its signal, and didn't need a single satellite. It relied on the fundamental physics of light and the skill of its user. It was robust, reliable, and perfectly adapted to its environment. Try that with your iPhone in the middle of a storm-tossed ocean. The Vikings didn't just sail the seas, they understood them, using nature's own principles to achieve the impossible. And now, for our finale, we journey to the heart of the Eastern Roman Empire for a weapon that haunted the nightmares of its enemies for centuries: Greek fire. Imagine a substance so terrifying, it was less a weapon and more a force of nature unleashed. It could be sprayed from a bronze tube mounted on the prow of a ship, like a dragon breathing death. This wasn't just fire, it was a sticky liquid inferno that clung to hulls, sails, and men. And here's where it enters the realm of legend. It ignited on contact with water. Think about that. The one thing that should extinguish a fire only made this one burn hotter, spreading across the surface of the sea in a rolling carpet of flame. It was nearly impossible to put out. Sand, vinegar, or urine were the only rumored countermeasures, but in the chaos of a naval battle, they were hopelessly inadequate. The Byzantine Empire used this secret formula to dominate the seas for centuries, securing their capital, Constantinople, against massive naval sieges. It was their ultimate deterrent, the nuclear option of the medieval world. And here's the kicker: we have no idea what it was. The recipe was a state secret so closely guarded, it was known only to the ruling emperor and a handful of trusted chemists. Transmitting the formula was a sacred rite, and revealing it was punishable by death. It was never written down in a way that could be captured or deciphered by an enemy. As a result, the secret was lost to history. Modern historians and chemists have tried to reverse engineer it, proposing mixtures of petroleum, sulfur, quicklime, and pine resin. But no combination has ever replicated the unique properties described in historical accounts, especially its ability to ignite upon contact with water. Our modern napalm, a terrifying weapon in its own right, is a pale imitation. It requires an external ignition source and can be extinguished. Greek fire needed neither. We simply can't replicate it. The Byzantines didn't just invent a weapon, they perfected a system of absolute secrecy around it. They invented a weapon so effective they took the instructions to their grave. In an age of digital espionage and leaked data, that level of information security is almost as impressive as the weapon itself. That's a flex that modern military science, with all its encrypted servers and classified documents, simply can't match. So what happened? How do we lose such brilliant technology? Empires fall. Knowledge is lost in fires and wars. But there's another reason: complexity. The modern world is built on specialization and disposable goods. The ancient world mastered simplicity and longevity. They built things to last for eternity because they had to. We build things to last until the next upgrade. These ancient inventions force us to rethink what advanced really means. Is it having more features? Or is it about perfect, elegant, and enduring function? The Roman concrete, the Viking sunstone, the Greek fire. They weren't just tools. They were a profound understanding of the world, baked into stone, crystal, and chemistry. They remind us that sometimes the smartest path forward is to look back.